Hello class, and today I'm going to be covering the Court of Appeals of Tennessee Eastern Section case of Teresa Davis versus Modine Manufacturing Company. And this case occurred on January 21st, 1998, and was reported as shown here. So, the employee, Teresa Davis, is suing her employer for sexual harassment under Tennessee Human Rights Act, and the trial court found that the actions of the employee's coworkers were insufficient to create a hostile work environment. 2. The employer took prompt and appropriate corrective action. 3. Employer's refusal to call company meeting at employee's request was a legitimate business decision. And 4. The employee was not liable under doctrine of respondent superior. And as you see, the procedural on appeal from a motion of summary judgment. So the trial court found a motion for summary judgment appropriate. And as we're going, okay, we're looking at sexual harassment. Employer not liable for sexual harassment on basis of a single incident involving plaintiff and coworker, where upon receiving notice of incident, the employer instituted an investigation, interviewed all parties involved, and suspended the coworker for 2 weeks, and told the coworker that if such an incident happened again, he would be fired. Okay, so we're seeing an action here. Let's see. And it looks like where during the incident, locked hotel rooms separated the two. Incident occurred after hours and away from company premise, and coworker neither saw nor touched the plaintiff. Incident was insufficient to create an objectively hostile or abusive work environment. All right, so let's keep scrolling. And then it shows the employer's decision following sexual harassment complaint by employee against coworker not to honor complaining employee's request for company meeting to explain incident which led to complaint was a legitimate business decision and did not breach employer's duty under the Tennessee Human Rights Act. And then employer was not liable under doctrine of respondent superior for incident of alleged sexual harassment of employee by coworker, despite memorandum to coworker following incident which referred to coworker's supervisory role, where incident occurred past midnight, off company premise, and after coworker had been drinking on his own time and money for many hours. So we're looking here, and from what we see, it appears that this happened after hours, and she was at training in Clinton, Tennessee at a hotel. And her quote-unquote superior banged on her door and said, "I want to see you in your nightie," and continued to pound on the door while intoxicated. And she testified that he would break the door down and attack her. The incident lasted 2 or 3 minutes, and then Vestula went away. All right. So as we're going, they're now looking to see if the chancellor properly granted summary judgment under the THRA. And they see, okay, to prevail in a hostile work environment claim in a sexual harassment case, an employee must assert and prove that 1, the employee is a member of a protected class, 2, the employee was subjected to unwelcome sexual harassment, and 3, the harassment occurred because of the employee's gender, 4, harassment affected a term, condition, or privilege of employment, and 5, the employer knew or should have known of the harassment and failed to respond with prompt and appropriate corrective action. So we're going, and okay. And they say, okay, we consider it significant that during the whole 2 or 3 minute incident, a locked hotel door remained between the plaintiff and Vestula. And so they're saying that it's not a severe action. And so as we're scrolling, the plaintiff, let's see, a reasonable person could not conclude Vestula was acting in the course and scope of his employment, since it occurred past midnight off company premises and after Vestula had been drinking. So they found that it's not respondent superior, it wasn't a severe action. So they find that the employer themselves is not liable.